What up YouTube, this is GeoStealth-R1 and I'm coming to you with another follow-up update with the Traxxas X-MAXX. And this video will consist of size comparisons between the Traxxas X-MAXX and all the other Traxxas RC truck vehicles. Check it out. Alrighty, so let's start this video off with the Traxxas Summit. Now, by far, this was one of Traxxas' biggest RC trucks out there. And just by the wheel comparison, you guys get to see how big the XMAXX is over the Summit. The side-by-side comparison, also, you notice that the XMAXX towers over the Summit. Now, I'm totally surprised on this because I do own the Summit, and just by the wheelbase, you can see that this is total game changer with this RC. Now we're going to come to you with one of my most favorite RCs in my arsenal, which is the E-REVO. And I'm totally shocked between the size difference between the E-REVO and the XMAXX side by side. When I started doing the video, the E-REVO looked like a 1/16 scale next to the XMAXX. I was totally shocked. And when you're looking at it from side to side, the height difference between the E-REVO and the XMAXX is by far one of the weirdest looking things I've seen. So it just gives you the magnitude of what this XMAXX is. And what would be a comparison video without the E-MAXX versus the XMAXX? Now, as you can see, the size difference is astronomical. Now, both RCs are going to be very plush. The way you would want to feel the E-MAXX is the way the XMAXX is, which is really impressive for me. I enjoy driving my E-MAXX around. I've taken it to a few bashes, and by far the E-MAXX was big at this point. But as opposed to the XMAXX, you know, on the width size and everything like that, everything is just totally different, and it's still that gorgeous plush feel. Look at the hand comparison between my hand with the E-MAXX and my hand with the XMAXX. You just can't compare the two. Now, for a lot of the short course vehicles, I would have to say me bringing out the Slash was kind of a little bit of a cheating point. Now, I know a lot of people have either a Slash two-wheel drive or a Slash 4x4. This is the Slash LCG against the XMAXX. Now, the size difference is just astronomical. I think the next batch that we do, I know a lot of people that are bringing their Slash 4x4s are probably going to stay away from this, just like they stay away from the fifth scales. So definitely be careful once you do have your Slash around this XMAXX. So now we're going to bring you a true 1/10 scale monster truck, and this is the Stampede two-wheel drive. And the wheels, look at the size of my fist compared to this. It's just amazing. This is one of the first RCs I've ever owned, if you guys want a little history, and now this is going to be the biggest RC I own right now, which would be the XMAXX. You know, side by side, it's just funny looking at it. I mean, it looks like you could put the Stampede two-wheel drive or 4x4 on the back of the XMAXX. So definitely cool RC to buy, the Stampede, but having the XMAXX, you'll definitely be noticed. Now, I definitely had to do a size comparison to one of my most favorite RCs, which is the RUSTLER, as opposed to having the XMAXX next to it. Now, the RUSTLER would be the second vehicle that I've purchased, and I've had this vehicle for a few years now. And just the size comparison between the two is just crazy. Now, the main reason why I ended up bringing the RUSTLER over here is to do a height comparison. Now, me picking up this RUSTLER right next to the XMAXX, it looks sick. It goes all the way from the top of the wheel, from the bumper, which was insane. I'm like, oh my god, this thing is just massive. So yeah, I definitely wanted to bring the RUSTLER out for you guys to get a size comparison with that. And now finally we come to the 1/16 scale Summit and the 1/16 scale E-REVO. Now look at the Summit. The Summit is an awesome little RC, and I have it close to the camera right now. But look how quickly I'm able to put the Summit into the back of the XMAXX, like if it was just toying it around. And look at the E-REVO. Now the E-REVO is an awesome RC. It's the mini E-REVO, and it fits. Wait, hold on. Now it fits right underneath the XMAXX, so you could just see you know, the height of what the XMAXX has, just having a 1/16 scale underneath it. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this vehicle. This is pretty awesome to me. Rate, comment, subscribe, and to all my fellas up in YouTube, later. Okay, shh. I definitely had to do a size comparison between the YETI XL and the XMAXX. I do own the YETI XL. It's pretty cool RC. It articulates really well. I mean, it's very plush. You know, the XMAXX is also plush as well. But I just wanted to give you a size comparison because I know a lot of guys have gone to the hobby shops and have seen the YETI XL, and it's a pretty big RC. Having the XMAXX right next to it would give you a little bit more of a comparison on how big this RC is. So I hope everybody enjoyed this video. I'm happy to have brought it out. Thank you very much. Later.